Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a reading for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, my readings are timeless, so when you see them, it's when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. Pisces, if you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It will totally mean the world to me. All right, everyone. Hi, good morning. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Welcome, welcome, and more welcome. Oh, shit. Don't know what that was, but oh, okay, y'all are fine. I'll just move over. All right, let me get into the system. It is Wednesday. Happy hump day. Let me grab my phone. Okay, what's happening? All right, I'm trying to get on the site. Hi, beautiful Aaron. I love you. Hi, Pharaoh. Hi, Strength. Hi, Space Goddess. Hi, Akin. Hi, Mr. Steele. How are you? All right, so let's see what's happening right here, right now. I'm trying to log in so that way I can see y'all. I don't know how it logged out, but apparently it did. Anyway, y'all, I've been woke for a very, very long time. And I just was laying there giving thanks and gratitude to God because life is definitely different for me right now, right? And I love every freaking moment about it. So, although, because I done lit some candles, y'all know I be lighting candles, and my candle is definitely feeling what my body is feeling, the chaos and havoc that's outside, right? But on the inside, nothing is wrong. Like in here, nothing is wrong. Um, and so, with that being said, I just was being thankful and mindful to be thankful about what's actually happening in my life. Although I don't know really what's happening in my life. It's lots of, unknown variables. So, but the point was, and all that, it's a fucking great ass moment. And I just wanted to be mindful and thank God for even showing me that and giving me that opportunity to even be thankful or to see um, really what's happening. And so I had to go back, remember I said, and revisit some things because I'm a lot different than what I used to be. Better. I'm glad that I can see where I've been very much consistent in my life, but also I grow to be a better version every day. So it says, this could be a major game changer in all the right ways. Accept it and proceed forward. So what they allowed me to do was, or what they showed me to do was, revisit what was happening. Like, because I had to go back to when a spell was casted. And I thought it happened with one person, which something heightened, or it might have just been the time. But as I now see where I was coming out of the spell at, or coming out from under whatever was happening, you don't know everything, because you know the moon energy is always there, and that's where probably the acceptance of the things that we cannot see or the things we cannot change come into play. And so right now, I'm going through probably a major ascension energy, but also a realization in life. So this could be a major game changer in all the right ways. Accept it and proceed forward. So the universe showing us how we got here. Okay, so there's that. This moment, this time. Mind you, it's a magical moment in time. I'm going to just look at this. I'm not taking it, but this card keeps coming out. It's your choices. And again, I keep letting you know, you can have whatever you like, all these choices. But this card also says be careful. So you have choices. There are options. It could be at a crossroads, really, because this would be where you would need to make a decision for something, or a choice for something. But it could also show you where you're being stagnant at also, because maybe you haven't made the choice. Just accept it and know that everything is okay. Everything is fine. Because again, that card keeps coming out too. So I'm gonna put this back, but there's choices in the backdrop. Okay, thank you guys for being consistent on hitting that like button when y'all come in. I really appreciate it, because it looks like we got major balance. I'm gonna do it again. All right, because again, y'all see it, but I'm gonna put it back. So we got the Empress here. So an Empress has choices, an Empress energy, because the energy can be whatever it is, but know that there's abundance, fertility, growth. And again, this could be a major game changer in all the right ways. Accepting the growth and learning where you went wrong before, and maybe not doing it again. Remember, I also said that I ask God all the time to let me just have what it is. Like, I don't want to forget it. I want to always remember it. I want to make sure that I don't forget the lesson, because I don't want to have to revisit it. But the thing is, sometimes we have to revisit certain things, because you may have gained a different perspective. You may have gained more knowledge. You may have gained more wisdom on certain situations. And y'all also know I'm not one for the past shit, because, you know, but the past is where you come from. And also it plays a crucial part on where you're going. Not that you're being judged, or not that you have to be, you know, held to a standard, but it sets the standard. So we got a Page of Pentacles here. Something new, a new direction. It's about legacy, inheritance, and wealth. So something new. This could be a game changer. Not doing things the way you used to do them, or seeing where you can improve upon them. Definitely important, because definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. But being consistent in a behavior is a good thing, especially when it comes to morals, values, and principles. So on certain things, you definitely want to be mindful of, you know, radical changes in any direction. But this is the start of something new, something fresh. The catalyst, I may say, for whatever's about to happen. next in your life pertaining to this particular situation. All right. Um, something about even now how we're getting to this because of the cards. So destiny. It's in the cards. It was already written. You just have to accept it. And yesterday we talked about Moses in the promised land. Moses died at 120 years old, never entering into the promised land, but could see it. I know your ass may be tired as fuck. I'm sure he was. 120 years old, that's a lot, that's a lot. Meanwhile, he done all types of great things even in the process, and the last thing that he was supposed to do was to go into the promised land. We not gonna miss the mark this time. Okay? We gonna get, y'all, I promise y'all, that light do not do that. I don't know why it is that every time I sit here and shit starts doing that, like, it's people that live in this house. They will tell you that that don't happen. The shit is a little weird. But everything is weird right now. But everything is also amazing. The universe gives signals and lets you know. I know you're tired. But if you have faith, know that you were promised something. It's going to happen. It don't matter what it looked like on the outside. It don't matter what anybody says. It just don't matter. Just trust God. That's what you have to do in this situation. Because God didn't bring you this far to fail you. And God don't lie. So if God promised you something, understand it. Nine of Swords. Somebody may be having sleepless nights because maybe you don't see how God is going to do it. This morning, y'all, I woke up, and I woke up earlier than what I have been waking up, but not normal as far as what is normal for me, because normally I wake up at 4:30. Last night, I didn't go to bed till late. Mind you, it was after 2, and I still woke up in good time to where I just, he said, truth being told, period, Mr. Still, you know, that's all I got. Like, I can't do nothing else. But I laid there, and then the first thing I thought was, I'm not tired. Like, I knew it was still dark because I could see out the window. It was still black outside, which meant that it wasn't time, and my timer hadn't gone off yet. And so that was the first thing I noticed, and it made me feel like, oh shit, you're awake and you're not tired. And then it made me survey my area, and I was thinking, the energy felt amazing, and I have the fan on. I sleep with the fan on, so the fan felt really, really good. But I was just basically taking a moment and taking the time to be thankful for just the way I woke up. And sometimes we don't do that. Sometimes, you know, we go to bed restless, or we can't sleep, or this is where it's too much happening. But I feel like we should also be thankful for these times, because if the information is being given, however we process it, we should be thankful, because people don't have to tell us anything. The universe don't have to tell us anything. Nobody owes us anything. But if you're being given those things, be appreciative to it. And that's like with me saying, getting my shit back. Mind you, it's 9-9, just so y'all know. So 99 being significant or important, 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords. But 9, I want y'all to also know, in numerology, is a completion. That's the end. So things are changing right in front of your face. And maybe you don't realize that it is for your highest good, or it is better because of where you're coming from. If you're just always being used to it being like trauma, and because I also said I have a candle lit. My candle is black as fuck, which also means to me, like, outside of me, there's some shit happening. Somebody's doing something. But I don't give a fuck about somebody doing something. What I care about is that I stay on task. It's important for me to stay on task. Because at the end of the day, so it's Seven of Pentacles. It's temperance. Waiting for something to come into fruition, which actually has something to do with what I was saying. Everything that we have been going through, so we look at it like this is still some more shit. This is still this. But honestly, it is better from 2 years ago where I am now, although I'm still going through the process. But I can see that it's better now than it was then. And I know more now than I did then. I'm in better placement now than I was then. But if I look at the whole thing altogether as the whole full total journey, I may miss the fact that it's a good time. Even though it's not what I consider normal, it is a better time. So Pisces, this could be a major game changer in all the right ways. Accept it and move forward. So yesterday, it was important for me to go back. And when I say go back, it was like in my prayer. And so y'all, if y'all don't know, I do prayer in all different ways. So Muslim, you know, they go get the mat and you got to bring the mat out, and there's a whole process, a ritual that has to be done before you can get on your mat and pray. But also because I grew up Christian, I normally will just bust out and pray wherever I am. Or I could just pray, you know, in my mind or whatever. But yesterday I did two specific things. I wanted to pray with some people that, you know, I'm around, because I feel like if you are around me and you don't know how to pray, you won't be around me long. Because at any given time, I may need a prayer. And that's one of my rules. I can't be around anybody that don't know how to pray. In any way. I don't care how it's done. Because God don't care how it's done either. I know that for a fact. And yesterday, like closing out my night, I had a person tell me that I had to seek salvation through the Christian church in a Christian way. No, I don't. Y'all got to do that shit. I don't have to go y'all route. And what's for you will always be for you. What's for me will always be for me. It's a thing where people always try to tell you how God is going to locate you when they don't even know how God is going to locate you. But it's a concept that people keep having, or a certain group or a class of people that keep thinking that their way is better. When meanwhile, outside of that, I think your way sucks. Because it's basically to say, follow what was written by man that you know has been corrupted and changed to a fault. And don't seek God. That's it. But even in that book, it says, seek and ye shall find. And that's why I can't deal with them people. And so it's not for me to deal with them, it's for God to deal with them. But for some reason, they keep running across my pathway. And I can agree to disagree. Like, I'm never going to agree with you. I told the guy that. I'm never going to agree with you. You're never going to change my mind. There's nothing you could say that's going to get me to believe what you believe, because I know it's not true. And I'm not going to even give you the reason why, because he asked me if I knew my purpose. No, he said, yeah, I think that's what he said. Do you know your purpose? And I said, yes. And he said, what is it? I said, it's not for me to tell you. Because who the fuck do these people think they are that they need an explanation as to who I am, and what I feel? It keeps being a thing with certain groups of people that everything is fine. Everything is fine. And mind you, this has been a thing in my brain, and I'll give it to y'all in a minute. But who are they to think that they are owed an explanation on what anybody's purpose or destiny is in this life? First of all, I don't even know you. Second of all, I don't have to tell you shit. And that's the thing that I keep standing on. Good morning, Kevin. It keeps being a thing. Me, Tylishia L, don't gotta explain shit to nobody about nothing pertaining to me. And neither do y'all. But why is it that certain groups of people feel the need to know all of your business, hoard information? Because like I explained to him, until somebody can explain to me why my books are in a place that don't relate to me, I don't want to hear shit that they got to say. Like, make it make sense to me, but they can't. So how did we get here? This could be a major game changer in all the right ways. Accept it and move forward. All right, so I call all my stuff back, everything. Good, bad, ugly, or indifference. So now I've been digging up old shit, old letters, old this, old that, because now I'm realizing how I got put in a certain situation that I just got put in, well, because I did it to somebody else. But meanwhile, back at band camp, I said, how could I get karma for leaving a nigga that basically did all types of bullshit to me? And yes, they explained it the way they explained it, and it sounded good on paper, because, you know, listening to the words of a man as they explain how that by the time they changed into what they thought was a perfect version of a man, I had been long gone. And they wished I could see that. They wished they could give that version to me. And as I was reading it, I was like, damn. But then it made me think, this nigga fucked me over in all the worst ways. Like, the purest that I ever was in life, I gave to this person. And I kept telling the person, you're making me be this, or you're making this situation is going to get you here. Like, I kept giving the person warnings. I know how I am. And once I'm done, I'm done. And it may take a lot for me to get done. That's the thing. So it took years of hurt, of crying, of, and mind you, from the beginning, it was perfect. Everything was perfect, but not really. And then I was laying there also, and I was thinking, that person was never good enough for me anyway. And not to say it like that, but that's what I always thought. I had to have thought that, because even when I married that person, I didn't want to take that person's last name. But the thing is that the person was under a last name that wasn't theirs anyway. It should not have mattered if I just loved and wanted to be with the person. But I never wanted anybody's last name. That was the thing. Because mine, I know, was my inheritance. And I literally said that at one point in time, if I gave my last name to, it would only be one person. But then I realized, even after I did that with a different person, it was something even in that. But anyway, so going back over, Pisces, this could be a major game changer in all the right ways. Accept it and move forward. Because once you realize maybe what you are, or the dynamics of what surrounds you, you're probably not going to care or accept a lot of the shit that these people are trying to give anyway. And so you have to make sure that your boundaries, your morals, your values are strong and intact. Because the way that man described it, it was almost as if he thought that I should have stuck around to now accept the change that he made for the better. But you wasn't treating me right anyway, and you should be thankful that I stuck around even that long. Like, I stuck around too long even for the detriment of myself. And yes, I had some good times with this person. So the good times don't outweigh the bad times, I'm guessing. But I'm now realizing that that particular relationship is the one that changed me probably in a way that I don't know if it was good, bad. Either way, I know it just changed me in a way that still has an impression on me to this day. And I just know what I'm not going to accept from people. And truth and honesty is important to me. And no, it's not that, if a person lies or anything that, but it depends on if you lying to me or if you lying to yourself. Because now, I say it all the time, a person can't lie. Even when they're talking to me, they're going to say something that's going to make it so they can't lie. I don't like liars. Because why are you lying? Who are you hiding from? Because you're not hiding from me, because I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. So you only can be hiding from yourself if you're telling lies. You could miss out on the best thing for you by lying to yourself. So the other thing that I recently just said this morning was, I thank God for knowing what I need, because even I didn't know what I needed. And something happened, and I kept, basically, I wasn't rejecting it, but I was rejecting it based off of, it's not what I thought that I needed. Meanwhile, it kept being a thing, temperance and patience, because literally it was almost like the thing was revealing itself in my face. Like, I know what it's supposed to look like, or you think you know what it's supposed to look like. So the thing that changes you or the thing that fixes you may be something that don't look like what you're used to. But if you're just open to it, you'll see exactly what God is trying to do for you. And so it didn't come conventionally. It came very much unconventionally, which again threw triggers to me, because I do know that God gives me things unconventionally. So then it starts to be a thing, like, what God does for you. So although it's normally easier, I never had to I work hard, but it's almost like they give me the direction, because I always put in the work. So that's a thing. But it's always given, like, here, this is it. This is what you work on. So it don't have to be, it's never it's always here. Now work with this. The door is just open. And so then I realized something, because there is a thing about closed doors. And recently it's been showing me that too. Sometimes, I don't know how, if y'all ever try to open a door and it didn't feel like it would open, or you pushed a door, but mind you, the door is open, just so we're clear. The door is open. But have you ever tried to push a door and it didn't open, and everybody on the other side of the door is looking at you like, the door is open, just push it. And you're pushing and it won't open. And you're pulling and it won't open. But everybody else knows that the door is open. They just standing there like, what? And then somebody else comes and pushes the door open for you, and it's like, damn, I just didn't pull hard enough, or I just didn't push hard enough. So it was the strength. So the amount of strength you used to open that door wasn't sufficient enough because the door was heavy. And so in manifestation and things of that nature, sometimes the door be heavy. And so I've been like finding old books and notes and things, and I said, something kept appearing to me, and I kept saying, who asked for that? I didn't ask for that. Young me asked for that, because I found a book and young me asked for that. How would I forget? Because at the time, it was what was necessary and needed. It might not even have been necessary and needed. It might have just been something that I put on my list for somebody else. And so that's another thing that I have to learn to stop doing too. If my heart ain't in it, don't put it on a piece of paper, because literally my words have power. When I say it, it comes out of my mouth to God's ears. I trust God. So when I talk, it makes things get active. And so that's why lately I haven't been asking for anything other than all the stuff that belongs to me, blessings, past, present, and future, to manifest themselves right here, right now. And I want all of my stuff back. So then I learned that in the process of me asking for all my stuff back, that meant everything. So some of the times y'all might not realize when you're asking for your stuff back, you're going to get some shit because you gave out some shit. We have to also understand that sometimes we are karma for other people. But sometimes people are karma for us. We have to take the lesson as it comes. The blessing is the lesson, and the lesson is the blessing. It's the same scenario, same thing over and over again. So let me tell y'all something else. In my mind, when you asking for your shit back and you're a person who basically just tells people, you know, what it is, how it is, and words hurt. All right? So all of these stab wounds that this lady got could be equivalent to all the words that I have ever said. Y'all been sitting right here. Lady asked me if her husband loved her. I said, no, bitch, he don't love you. I didn't have to say it like that, but I said it anyway. So, of course, some people would be saying some shit to me that, you know, they might not have to say it that way, but they're going to say it anyway. If you dish it, you have to be able to take it. And I can take it, because normally it makes me laugh, because I done had a person right here that said, you know, I'm not going to deal with your shit today. Mind you, I laughed because of my sense of humor, I swear. It must have, but when I got it back, I laughed. They said, literally, this is what they said to me. I will, when I get home, I will give you everything that you need. The hugs, the love, whatever it is that you need. But right now, I don't have time for your shit. I need to deal with myself. It was funny as hell to me because it was honest. And sometimes y'all don't realize certain people can handle the truth. So it makes me laugh when I hear certain things, or when people tell me certain, because listen, I be telling myself, literally, the people can tell you too. I literally told them the other day, I don't got time for this. I don't even have time for my own shit. Because I don't. Like, literally, y'all, I be getting on my own nerves. Because it's always something. But it's funny. So just imagine a person that don't know that I'm a very complicated individual. But so are the people that I'll be around, because again, you know, birds of a feather flock together. It be complications. But one thing that I have noticed and has been being brought very apparent to me is that fight or flight is a real thing. And I tell y'all, like, if certain things start to happen, I go on and get, and sometimes I go on and get too far, but not a thing that should be happening when you care about a person, you love a person, or you love people, you have to be accountable. So this is one of the other things. One of the swords was also, my brother ended up telling me that when I get in my way and I run, it's not a good thing for them because they get used to talking to me, and they should want to talk to me and I should want to talk to them. But also it's a thing with me where spiritually I'm going through something at this point in time. Literally, definitely going through something, right? Elevation, ascension, spiritual warfare, uh jinn invasion, fucking poltergeist invasion, shit, you name it, I got it. Okay, either way, we work through it. Period. Because why not? And it's being given and it's coming because I can handle it. Um, so sometimes y'all don't realize these swords build character. And that lady is laying there, she playing on her phone. So it's almost given like when you asking for your shit back and then all of a sudden the swords start flying or the daggers start flying. Be mindful that reaping and sowing is a real thing. And when I said I'm crossing T's, dotting I's because I'm trying to get into the promised land, I'm ready to, that means that I have to deal with a slew of shit all at one time. So why would I complain? Because again, the manifestation or the seed, the prayer, and the faith have to be the same amount. So if you're manifesting something huge, something big, the work has to be the same. It has to be the equivalent of. So you can't ask for something or try to manifest something and then think that it's not going to come with work. Because work is necessary for this shit. That's the way it goes. But the Chariot, so it's moving. Although she looked dead, it's still moving. You didn't die. Get knocked down 9 times, I get up 10. Because 9, 9, and then 10. Got knocked down 9 times, but I got up 10. It's movement. She said, stripping or lose. It's almost like you put my back up against the wall. What you want me to do? I can't lay there and die. It's not an option. So after you feel like, or after you remember who you are, Pisces, this could be a major game changer in all the right ways. Be happy that you know the information. And move on. Be happy for the experiences and move on. Be happy that you got whatever this is and you can still move on. Because if you can hear my voice, we moving, baby. We got shit to do. We got to still keep the shit in alignment. We got to still keep the stuff together. No matter what happened to us here, no matter the sleepless nights, like literally, this is where the real character, these things right here, this is like when I was building my trucking company back in 2012, right? And I knew nothing about trucking. I just had a mentor that was in trucking. I love the fact that, it was going to support my family, this, that, and the third. But y'all, the amount of late nights and crying that I gave out for this shit, like it was almost like I had to keep fighting even against the people that said they were fighting with me. I had to fight against them. And so sometimes God will put us in position right in front of people or right around people who really don't want to see us win. We have to see it, understand it, know it, and move on quickly. But in some cases, it just got to play itself out. And I'm notorious for playing things out, letting it be what it's going to be, because sometimes I get a warning ahead of time, like this is going to be this, but literally if I had to move too quickly away from the situation, I wouldn't have experienced some of the most amazing things that I experienced. The growth that ended up even coming out of the situation. Yes, something happened. Everything got fucked up. But I'm thankful for the fact that even the person that, because I'm notorious for saying, if you could fuck it up, fuck it up. Because that lets me know where it's weak at. And so this time, I get to rebuild it different. I get to do something different. And I get to take this with me, put it in my pocket, know how it happened. And I still may do some of these same exact things. But not for nothing, at least I'll be able to see it or spot it. And know what to do in the case. Or it may just be something different, but at least it is part of the process and part of the lesson. And I wouldn't change a thing. Because faith means knowing that if I did it once, I can do it 10 times. Do I want to? No. I did it once. I want to do it again, but this time I want to do it bigger and better. This time I want to do it to where it's definitely pleasing to God with all the right people. I may still choose some of the people who, you know, are part of the lesson. But if I choose all the right people or some of the right people, I'll have a family that is fully aware, very much open to the weird, the strange, the supernatural, definitely able to stand in the gap for me, because prayer is standing in the gap. Visually also able to see in the 3D and in the spiritual realm. Mentally able to deal with it, because some of this shit, you would have to think that you're crazy in order to deal with this. But either way, of good character, good moral standard, good boundaries, good understanding of, or great understanding of God and God's principles. So why would you want to get rid of that? Especially if where you're going is so much greater than where you came from. Because the promised land is so much greater than where we came from. So it's released. Take the shackles off your feet. Take the shackles off your mind. Take the shackles off your wrists. And understand that you're not in that land anymore. You're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. It's time to now understand what you are, where you're going, why these things are important or were important. You're not tired. You could be tired of whatever, but if you think about it, I told you this morning I woke up, I wasn't tired. I literally just took a moment to reflect on how I truly felt for myself, because a lot of the things also could be projections, because a lot of that is happening as well. But I'm also working on strengthening my energetic field to where those projections no longer get to cross boundaries or borders that I don't want to intercept, because I can do that. So now I understand that people can project, and I understand that I could block your ass right off, because don't cross my boundary. Don't cross my border. And it's not me blocking you. It's basically that you're not authorized. I don't give anybody permission to reject anything anywhere on me anymore. Like, I didn't understand before, but I understand majorly now. Keep that to yourself. Everybody has to be accountable for themselves. So regardless of whether or not a person seems to think or deems to think in their mind that, oh, I'm doing all the right things now and a person should accept it, you don't get to dictate how a person receives what you dish out. Nobody gets to do that. Only the person that you're dishing it out to. You don't get to say, oh, this went too far after you have advanced on a person. You don't get to do that. So that's something that people have to understand as well. Be mindful, because this is the beginning of whatever this situation is. This could be a major game changer in all the right ways. New place, new time. New place, new time. It has nothing to do with where you came from or how far you've traveled to get here. It's a new place, new time. Do you want to utilize it as a new place and a new time, or do you want to keep dealing with, oh, I'm tired because it's been a long road? But this is where you break it up at. This is where now mentally you could say, I'm in a new world, a whole new world. Jasmine and Aladdin, 100,000 things to see. Yes, I'm tired of where I came from, but you cannot even insert that into the system. You can just literally wake up today and say, I'm not tired. This is new. I'm going to accept it for what it is, because now I'm creating new memories. Don't fuck up the moment. Just be in it, because it's not where you came from. It's something different. It's not where you came from. It's not the same energy. Take the lessons and go into the new thing, the new energy, the new time. It's not the same as before. Yes, it may have all played out in sequence, but it's new. That's it, that's all. So Pisces, this could be a major game changer in all the right ways. Accept it and move forward. Take it how it resonates. All right, that's it, that's all. Love y'all and good day.